Hey everyone, so this book is being read with permission from the Flashlight Press, and the book I'm going to be reading today is Maddy's Fridge. So this book was written by Louis Brandit and illustrated by Vin Vogel. So I really want you guys to pay attention to the main message of this book. There's a really big element that I want you guys to focus on, and then I'll kind of give you hints throughout the book as I'm reading. Alright, let's get started. When Sofia and Maddy played at the park, they stretched their toes to the sky. They climbed to the top of the ladder and flew off the end of the slide. They stayed until the buildings grew long shadows and even taxis stopped honking. Let's play on the climbing wall, Maddy said. No way, Sofia said. I can't reach. Yes way, Maddy scooted up the top of the wall. Your turn. Sofia put a foot on the bottom rock, grabbed with one hand, and stretched, but she couldn't reach the next hold. Sofia's stomach growled. I give up. Let's get a snack. No way, Maddy said. Let's stay here. Yes way. Sofia ran to Maddy's building and raced up the stairs. Wait, Maddy ran after her. Maddy was the best climber, but Sofia was the fastest runner. So look at Maddy's expression in the first page compared to the second. It looks like she's not as happy that Sofia is running up the stairs without her. Let's figure out why. Sofia swung open the door of Maddy's fridge. What have you got? We have milk, Maddy said. I'm saving it for Ryan. He's still little. Why doesn't your mom go to the store? Sofia asked. You don't have enough money. But what if you get hungry? We have some bread, Maddy said. I guess I'll go home to eat, Sofia said. Please don't tell anyone, Maddy said. Okay, promise? Promise. What is Maddy making Sofia promise? It looks like Maddy's making Sofia promise that she doesn't tell anyone that she doesn't have any food or money. Do you think she'll keep her promise by the end of the book? Let's find out. Sofia ran home past the bookstore and grocery store. The sun went down behind the building and took all the colors with it. Good timing, Mom said. Dinner's almost ready. Louis was wrestling on the floor with Pepito. Sofia opened the refrigerator door. Pepito peeked inside. Sofia's fridge was full of milk and eggs and tortillas and cheese and lettuce and jam and salsa and tofu and even half a can of dog food. And for those who don't know, Pepito is actually named after a sandwich, and there's Pepito on the floor right there. Here you go, Mom said. Sofia and Louis each had a plate of fish and rice. Mom had a plate of fish and rice. Even Pepito had his bowl of dog food with a little bit of fish and rice. Maddy and Ryan only had some bread and a small carton of milk. Sofia couldn't tell Mom. She had to keep her promise to Maddy. Not fish again, Louis said. I want cheesy pizza bombs. Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat, Mom said. Fish is a good source of protein. Is fish good for kids? Sofia asked. Yes, Mom smiled. Fish is perfect for kids. That night, Sofia had an idea. What do you think Sofia's idea is? Let's figure it out. Yuck, Maddy said the next day. Oh, Sofia said, double yuck. Fish may be good for kids, but fish is not good for backpacks. After school, Sofia and Maddy raced to the climbing wall. Sofia got there first, but Maddy scrambled past her to the top of the wall. Sofia stretched and stretched. Keep trying, Maddy said. You'll get it. I can't, Sofia jumped down. It's too high. That night, Sofia, Louis, and Mom ate Frida. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of Frida. Maddy and Ryan still had an empty refrigerator. Sofia couldn't ask for help. That would break her promise. She had to try again. Are eggs good for kids? Sofia asked. Not as good as cheesy pizza bombs, Louis said. Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat, Mom said. Eggs are good for you. After dinner, Sophia packed eggs for Maddy and Ryan. Do you think eggs are good for a backpack? Yuck, Maddy said. Double yuck, Sophia said. Eggs may be good for kids, but eggs are not good for backpacks. Sophia and Maddy raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won again, but Maddy shot past her to the top of the wall. Sophia grabbed one hold, reached for the next, and came down with a thump. That happens sometimes, Maddy called. This is impossible, Sophia said. Keep trying, Maddy said. You'll get it. It looks like Maddy's really trying to help her out with the climbing wall. That night, Sophia, Louis, and Mom had burritos. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of burrito and no salsa. Maddy and Ryan still had an empty fridge. Sophia wished she hadn't promised Maddy. Are burritos good for kids? Sophia asked. Burritos are good, very good for you, Mom said. Not as good as, Louis started to say. You should pay more attention to nutrition like your sister, Mom said. The next morning, Sophia put 2 burritos in her backpack, along with tortillas, beans, cheese, and even some milk. So do you think the burritos are going to last in her backpack? Let's find out. No thanks, Maddy said. You haven't even looked, Sophia said. Is it fish? Maddy asked. No. Is it eggs? No. Is it gross? I don't know, Sophia said. Maddy shook the backpack. Something sloshed. Let's look together, Maddy said. 1, 2, 3, go. Burritos are good for kids and good for backpacks. Do you want some milk? Sophia asked. Thanks, Maddy said, but I'll save the milk for Ryan. Sophia and Maddy raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won as usual and tried to climb. You can do it, Maddy said. Take my hand. Woohoo! I made it to the top, Sophia shouted. We're the tallest kids in the park, Maddy said. Thanks for helping me, Maddy. I couldn't do it alone. Maddy shrugged. That's what friends are for. After they finished playing, Sophia walked home past the bookstore and the grocery store. Her own fridge was full of milk and juice and chicken and yogurt and bread and carrots and even half a can of dog food. She thought and thought and thought. Maddy's fridge only had 2 tortillas and a cup of beans and a little bit of cheese and a little bit more milk than before. What do you think Sophia is going to do? Sophia didn't want to break her promise, but she couldn't help Maddy alone. Sophia told. She hoped Maddy wouldn't be mad. I'm glad you told me, Mom said. Let's see what we can do together. They loaded the grocery bags with milk, flour, chicken, carrots, sugar, oil, and even frozen meat and vegetables. Louis pulled his package of cheesy pizza bombs out of the freezer. He thought and thought and thought some more. Then he put his cheesy pizza bombs in Maddy and Ryan's bag. For a treat, he said. At Maddy's apartment, the moms talked. Louis and Ryan played. Sophia and Maddy ran to the park. You broke your promise, Maddy said. I'm sorry, Sophia said. Are you mad? A promise is important, Maddy said. You're more important, Sophia said. I wanted you to have milk too. Maddy smiled. Are we still friends? Sophia asked. Always, Maddy said. Double always, Sophia said. Cheesy pizza bombs, Louis yelled. Our moms made cheesy pizza bombs for a treat. Sophia and Maddy raced up the stairs. Sophia slowed down so they can run together. That's what friends are for. That's the end of the book. So I really like this book because, yes, Sophia broke her promise to her friend, but she did it for a good reason. The main message of this book was, yes, she broke her promise, and promises are important, but she, at the end, was just trying to help her friend. Obviously, her friend might be going through a tough time. You might know people who are going through a tough time. So I think this book really portrays like a good image of a friend helping a friend out. But it also, this book, if you go to maddysfridge.com, they actually have the recipe for cheesy pizza bombs, which I think is really cool. So in the comments below, I want you guys to comment whether you would have broken your promise or not, and if you would have broken your promise, why, and if not, why as well.